Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Obviously, the LCS regular season kicks off this weekend. It starts on Friday. It's a super week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So in this video today, I'm going to be giving my LCS Summer Split power rankings. These are going to be power rankings of where I think the teams are going to end at the end of the Summer Split, at the end of the playoffs. Regular season doesn't matter. Best of ones, anything can happen. Who cares? We're talking about where teams are going to finish the season, and ultimately who is going to Worlds. I'll be giving my 3 picks, all that stuff. I want to make this a little bit quicker because, actually, big announcement, I have a new podcast starting up with Robert Haynes. That video is going to be going up on his channel. Really, really cool show. I'll explain that all more at some point in the future. Very, very excited about that, but that's where I'm going to give more of my in-depth analysis and all that stuff. I know Parth is going to call me an tier lister or power rankings or whatever because I'm not going to be going super in depth, but we'll be going through it real quick. Also, another big thing, a word from today's sponsor, which is obviously Prize Picks. This is daily fantasy made easy. You simply pick your favorite stars, choose our over-under, and then watch your players win. Prize Picks is a really, really awesome and simple, easy-to-use website and app that you can get in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store today. Really awesome offer for new users. They're actually going to match your first deposit up to $100. They offer esports. They do LOL esports. They do LCS. They do LEC. So kicking off this weekend, this is going to be an awesome way, to potentially earn some prizes by making some picks with the games that you're probably going to be watching all weekend long anyway. You're going to pick your favorite players, whether you think they're going to get over under a certain amount of kills, assists, CS, all that stuff, and you can win. So shout out to Prize Picks. Definitely check out the first link in the description below if you guys want to get signed up and get this offer code. With that being said, let's get right into this. So I don't want to waste too much time. I want to get going. Number 10. I guess one thing, I think there's a clear worst team in the LCS. I think there's a clear top 5, and 9 through 6 I think is kind of hard to pick. So 1 through 5 I think is kind of hard to pick. 9 through 6 I think is kind of hard to pick. And if you put those teams in any kind of order, I wouldn't argue with you too much, and I think there's a clear worst team. At number 10, I think it's clearly CLG. I like what the CLG team is doing a lot more this year than what they were doing last year. If you're going to be the worst team in the league, at least have some young talent, at least be building towards the future. I think CLG is doing that. I think Jenkins, kind of sucked. I think Dokla is probably going to be pretty similar. Rest of CLG, they have some interesting pieces. Luger, Poom, I think they are pretty good. Contracts, Palafox, Dokla, I think they're not very good. We'll see how it goes. At number 9, I think one of the few teams that got worse during the offseason. Obviously, that's never great. You have a mini offseason. Even if it's just the mini offseason, you want to get better. You want to make moves. You want to be, building up your team, not only for the short term, but for the long term. Number 9, I have Golden Guardians. I think they got worse. Wasn't a super huge fan of Lost, but I thought he was okay. He's solid. Is Stixay going to be better than him? I have no idea. Blaze Olive, I've been a big fan of him for a while. He wasn't as good in the spring split as I thought he was going to be. I don't know if he's going to be better in summer. But Golden Guardians is also bringing in Leader to maybe start over a Blaze Olive at some point. Not a big fan of Leader. Didn't think he was very good in the LEC. I don't really know what this Golden Guardians team is doing, but good luck to them. You have Pride Soccer and stuff too. I don't know. Weird team. I have them at number 9. I think they got worse. Dignitas at number 8. I do think that Gamsu will probably be an upgrade over Fate God. Gamsu's maybe a little bit interesting, but Fate God wasn't that good. Gamsu, I also think could potentially not be that good. Is Biofrost going to be able to have another good solid split like he did last split? I don't know. I think that's a pretty big question mark. River and Blue, I think, might have overperformed a little bit at sometimes. Maybe not. We'll have to see. This Dignitas team is just kind of boring. I'm not really that excited about them. I don't think they're that crazy good overall. Whatever. I think they're number 8. Number 7, I have Flyquest. This is another really, really boring team. I don't really know where to put them. I like the bot lane. Johnson, Aphromoo, it's a tested combo. They work really, really well together. Is Johnson going to be a beast of an AD carry, especially now that the durability patches come out? It seems like AD carry is going to be more impactful in the summer split. Is that a good thing or bad thing for Flyquest? I think it's probably a bad thing. I don't know. Overall, I still think Johnson and Aphromoo can win you a lot of games. Aphromoo, I think, is really, really solid. In the top lane, I really don't like their whole top side of the map. Takoyi, I'm totally not sold on. I think LCS mid laners were really, really weak last year. And yeah, he looked decently solid, but I think the mid lane pool is going to be a lot better this split with Jensen and Maple coming in. Kumo, kind of boring. Not really that excited about him. Jose Diodo, I think, is a little bit overrated. Overall, if Flyquest finishes 6, I wouldn't be shocked. I'm putting him 7. I don't know. At number 6, I have Immortals. This team, I think, had one of the better mini off seasons. I think they got a lot better. I think Ignar over Destiny is a big upgrade. I think Lost, even though I said I'm not a big fan of him, again, this is another guy who, is he going to pop off in the durability patch? I don't know. Probably not. But I think he's going to be a lot better than Arrow. I think he's going to be a lot better than Wild Turtle. So I think that's another upgrade. And then Kenvi in the jungle could be very, very exciting as well. I'm not a big fan of Revenge. I do not think Revenge is very good. I think he's, I don't know. Top lane is a weak position in the West. It's a weak position in the LCS. You got to put somebody up there. So he's definitely not horrible. He's not the worst option, but I definitely don't think he's good. That's a little bit concerning to me. That's why I don't have this team in the top 5. But I think Kenvi and Power of Evil could be really, really good. I think Power of Evil is greatly underrated. Again, he just last summer for TSM was 1 game away from going to Worlds. People are saying, oh, Power of Evil is going to hold Kenvi back. Power of Evil just had his jungler win MVP last summer. I don't know. I think Power of Evil and Kenvi is going to be a nice duo. I think Ignar's an upgrade, Lost an upgrade. I think Immortals could be fun, scary, exciting. Number 5. TSM. I actually really, really like what they did in the offseason. I think they got a lot better. I think Maple is an insane upgrade over Kaido, even though I don't know how good Maple's going to be. I'm not totally convinced what we're getting there with him. Again, either way, I think Kaido was not very good. I think Takeover was not very good. And I think Maple's going to be a big upgrade. You still have Spica. You still have Tactical. Shenny, Mia, I don't really know what's going on there. I don't like the fact that they still don't even know who's playing week 1. But I think by the end of summer, they'll probably get it figured out. And I think either way, the better player is going to play. And then Huni, I don't love him in the top lane. Maybe Soul will be playing by the end of the season. Who knows? I think TSM, if everything goes well, they could make a push into the top 4. I got them at number 5. Number 4, 100 Thieves. I don't think they're going to Worlds. I think 100 Thieves is a little bit overrated. I've been saying this for a while, and not even that I think 100 Thieves is overrated. I just think there's 3. I think there's 5 really good teams in the LCS. 2 of the teams can't make it. I think TSM's the easy choice to kind of leave out. Maybe they could break in. I think 100 Thieves is the harder choice to leave out. But overall, keeping the same team together over and over. Obviously, they had the weird Tenacity situation going on last split. Now they're just sending them down. I don't know. I think this team's interesting. I think the durability patch could help them a lot. I actually think FBI is a beast, but this team randomly struggles a lot at times. They're very streaky. They're very up and down. Closer either plays like a beast, potentially the best player in the LCS, or he plays like the 5th best jungler in the LCS. Their best players are Closer and FBI, and I don't think Closer's the best jungler in the LCS. I don't think FBI is the best AD carry in the LCS, so I think other teams are going to have ways to beat them. And part of the reason is I think I have C9 at number 3. I think C9 is going to be going to Worlds. I think they're going to be grabbing that last spot. Yes, there's a lot of moving parts here. Fudge, role swap. Sven, role swap. Jensen coming out of retirement. But they have the whole summer split to figure this thing out, and they have a double elimination playoffs to figure this out as well. I think this team is more talented than 100 Thieves on paper. I think they have too much firepower. I think they're going to struggle for sure at the beginning of the year, for sure, maybe even in the middle of the year. I think they're going to figure it out by the end of it. And again, C9, they're always NA's last hope. At number 2, I have Evil Geniuses. Yes, this team was 9-9 in the regular season, but obviously they turned it on in the playoffs. And not only that, we heard that they were the scrim gods throughout the whole regular season. I do think they're going to have some MSI hangover. That just seems normal. But again, this team at their best, they could take down T1. Obviously, they could still go 0-6 to G2. They could still go lose a game to Flyquest in the playoffs. But overall, I think this team's going to be really fun, exciting, and I think they're going to be riding the wave of that last championship all the way back to Worlds, which is going to be really cool for them. But at number 1, got to go with TL. I think this team is the most talented team in the LCS by far on paper, and I think they're actually really hungry with a lot to prove now. Bjergsen in his second split back in the mid lane, he has no really excuses anymore. Bwipo, he's got a lot to prove up in the top lane. Hansama getting shown up the way he did by Danny in that playoff series. I think he needs to prove some things. And then Core JJ. He wants to act like he's the best player in the LCS. Fans want to act like he's the best player in the LCS. He's, clearly the best player, all these things. He's now in a contract split. He hasn't done a whole lot of winning recently. I think he's maybe even been a little bit overrated recently. I didn't think he had that great of a spring split. I don't think he had that great of a spring playoffs. If Core JJ really is the best player in the LCS, he needs to come out and prove it in the summer split. He has an insane team around him on paper. He has all the help in the world. He needs to help them, and he needs to help himself, and he needs to help his team win the summer title, go to Worlds as a 1 seed, and hopefully make it out of groups, which I absolutely think this TL team should do. And that's why I have them at number 1. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Somebody drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about my power rankings or what your power rankings are looking like headed into the season. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Consider checking out the first link in the description below to check out Prize Picks hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.